So we're here today, 31st of January 2015, outside St Leonard's Church, Shoreditch, and this is the March from Homes, March for Homes I should say. I'm here with Barry Watt, Andrea Zimmerman, and of course, Vigo. So what's today about, guys?
Today's about Londoners coming together to show their support for the housing crisis that's engulfing our city, to fight for a fairer deal for Londoners on homes, and to bring together all the different housing groups that have been together working in their different parts of London in order to sort of call in one voice for a difference, for a change for Londoners, basically, who are being squeezed out by rising house prices, who are at the mercy of international investment, and really to try and make a difference, try and show people that, you know, there's a big support for this cause today.
And we're going to march from here, the wonderful church of St Leonard's, Shoreditch, which is famous, of course, for oranges and lemons.
Oranges and lemons. When will you pay me? Say the bells of Old Bailey. When I am rich, reply the bells of Shoreditch. So maybe that time has come now in terms of the capitalists. They see it's time for the repayment, but we're going to show them that there's still a solid, strong community here in East London, and also, of course, down in South London. There's the group gathering in South London, and we're going to march City Hall and let the politicians and the policymakers know that we demand a change, we demand a fairer deal for Londoners and London homes.
Remember the Enclosure Act, when they stole all the common land of England using their parliament. Parliamentary democracy is a fraud!
Basic human need, and it can't be sacrificed to profit.
What's happening in London is really crazy, because that's what our banners do. The other one is showing the numbers of social housing estates that are being demolished at the moment. So it's more than 70.
70
social housing estates going through regeneration, which most of the times means demolition and eviction. So we know, because we've been doing the research, that there is more than 160,000 residents affected, being evicted, basically.
160,000 residents are being evicted at the moment in London.
Now, and the value of the land, because this is all about speculation at the end of the day, it's 16 kilometers square, and we calculated in every area how much it was valued, because we've got the superficie, and it's more than 52 billion.
So you're identifying this as a feminist issue. Do you think if more women were involved in positions of power, we would have this problem?
I don't know, because I think it's more about changing the way power is being implemented in a more local. I mean, we're in front of the City Hall. This is supposed to be the local government, whatever things for London. It's not. So the GLA is not doing anything.
Dominic Rafferty.
Hello.
So you're here as, who are you representing today?
BECTI, Media and Entertainment Union. I work at the BFI, British Film Institute, and there was a few of us here today, and a few BECTI people, and the few BECTI who's been quite involved in the organisation of the march and kind of housing issues in general.
How does the housing issue affect BECTI members?
Well, increasingly our members where I work we've been capped at 1% pay rise as a public funded body for the last few years, so in real terms against inflation our pay's been going down, and our members are starting to have real problems with rent especially, but the cost of living in general, and it's becoming a crisis for a lot of people. I think it's an issue as well that cuts through a lot of kind of political divisions, because it's something that affects everyone in London, and unless you're extremely wealthy, it's just becoming impossible to live in London, and it's got to stop.
So the March for Homes has ended. It's ended here, an incredibly symbolic point, not just because we're outside City Hall, which is the seat of London government, that's Boris Johnson's Death Star, but it's because this is an ancient site of congregation beside the banks of the sacred Thames, the reason that we're all here in the first place. And it shows you what respect developers have for their heritage, and the symbolic meaning of our great city is that they built this monstrosity here right next to Tower Bridge. You can see him, I'll pan round the camera here, you got this, and there you go. But people, if it's the spirit of today, there's people up there. they're occupying this monstrosity of an apartment building. What's it called? One Tower Bridge. Well, someone over there is yelling for me, wants me to go to a pub and have a beer and try and sort of dry out my feet because it's been sodden.